All right, good morning. Amy here, bringing you a just relaxed, gentle flow this Thursday morning. I hope everyone's doing well. I've had sort of a hard emotional week, but that's to be expected with the lunar emotional qualities of the full moon that are happening. So you might be journaling throughout this time and just notice how our own individual patterns align with those of nature. But anyways, because of that, this is going to be just a really compassionate flow, so moving our body, but we want to soften the edges. So I encourage you not to be stagnant throughout practice, but to really move with the breath toward your edge in any given shape and just let it be a bit more fluid than you might normally. So for our theme today, I wanted to share with you a concept in yoga called the kleshas. And kleshas are sort of a, what's the word I'm looking for? An altered way of viewing the world. They are the colorings of our mind, the lens through which we're viewing life that prevents us from seeing things as they really are, but instead through all these biases that we have. And so something that's been really helpful for me as I'm dealing with a lot of these big emotions right now: frustration, fear, sadness, grief, and of course, joy and peace in there too. But we've got this whole spectrum perhaps happening in a short amount of time. And so I'll come to my breath, close the eyes, and ask, is there a mood coloring my perspective? And if there is, then there's a couple of things that can come from that. One is just to really notice that where it is in our body. So we take out the story, we take out the mental component of it and that endless hole of thoughts that we can get ourselves into, and instead just contact it directly as raw sensation in the body, so we can deal with what's happening in our body to be able to release that tension without perhaps snowballing into even more emotions simply because of our thoughts. And then the second part is recognizing that perhaps our thoughts they don't need to hold as much weight. We don't have to assume that they're accurate or even that we are necessarily the thinker, as opposed to these thoughts arising in consciousness. And when we really pay attention, we can see how many there are throughout the day. And if they're colored by these emotions, then we don't have to give them as much weight. So I'll try to explain more about that as we're going through our practice today. So let's come to the breath. Find a comfortable seat. Good morning, everyone, for joining. Hi, Sally. So you could be seated however is most comfortable to you. Feel free to elevate your hips up onto a pillow or a block, whatever props you have available to you. Close your eyes and just take a few deep breaths to start. Maybe it's the first time you've noticed your breath this morning. And then just let your breaths come and go all on their own. Really become aware of the sensations of breathing. So notice where inhales and exhales move through your body. So there's nothing you need to change here. There's one more way we practice, letting go of the need to be in control. Instead, let life breathe you and allow your inhales to happen spontaneously. And just stay connected, present, and aware for your exhales. And become more aware of the sensations in your body. really just start to take inventory of your whole being, body, mind, and spirit. What's happening? But notice this directly as sensation rather than the endless stories of your mind. And you can ask, is there a mood coloring my experience today? So we can recognize that perhaps we're seeing through a filtered lens. And if there is a mood coloring your experience today, then how did you know it was there? Find it in your body as sensation and feel. And be willing to sit and breathe. Labeling any thoughts as thinking, but then going back to that felt sense. And before we get started here, I want to share with you a segmented breath that is described in yoga to be used for stress, panic, and anxiety. So I've been sharing lots of breath techniques. You can check out even more of those on my YouTube channel. But today is going to be 4 parts in, 1 part out. And so you're going to take equal sips in through your nose and exhale long, smooth, and steady for 1 breath out. So you'll sip through your nose 1, 2, 3, 4 until you're completely full, and then let it all go in 1 smooth exhale. Might need to grab a tissue if you're a bit stuffy here. Otherwise, close your eyes, sit up nice and tall, and let's just do a few rounds of this powerful breath in through the nose. You can focus your inner gaze between your eyebrows. Allow the shoulders to remain relaxed the whole time. And the goal is that by the time at the top of that 4th sip of air in, you're completely full in the lungs. This breath is supposed to bring us clarity. But all yoga demands experimentation, so see for yourself. Let's do 1 more round. And for the rest of class, we'll use an Ujjayi breath, so inhale through your nose. Exhale back out through your nose, listening for that oceanic wave-like sound by hugging in the back of your throat. Let's start with a nice gentle warm-up here. Just start to bring your hands to your shins and move the spine back and forth here. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Chest pulls through, shoulders down. Exhale, round your spine. This can be at any pace you want. You can even keep your eyes closed. Let your intuition, your body's wisdom lead you. Synchronize your movement with your breath, connecting your mind and your body in that union that is yoga. Feel the whole spine participate here, just waking up that cerebrospinal fluid. Notice if you've got any clenching, hardening around your heart, and see if you can open and soften with every breath. And then come back to a tall seat. With the arms overhead, root down through your sitting bones to grow even taller. Exhale, sweep your palms out to the side. Last time, inhale up. Exhale, sweep the palms out to the side. Inhale up. This time, place your right hand down. Exhale, take a side bend over to the right. Stay rooted through your left sitting bone. Inhale, lengthen through your waist. Exhale, bend a little deeper over to the right. Draw that top shoulder toward the back of your mat. Inhale, reach up, lengthen through both fingertips. And exhale, take your side bend over to the left. You can gaze up toward the ceiling. Inhale, nice and slow. Exhale, open up that space between the ribs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take your twist over to the right. Bring left hand outside of right knee, your right hand behind you as a kickstand to sit up really tall. Inhale, lengthen from your tailbone through the crown of your head. Exhale, draw your navel in and bring it out as you twist around the spine toward the back of your neck. Slowly unwind to center, reach both arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, over to the left this time. Find space between each vertebrae as you inhale, lift chest taller. Exhale, spin around toward the back, reaching toward your edge. Find your fullest range of motion. Slowly unwind. Reach both arms up. Exhale, twist your navel, aligns toward your right knee, and then fold down. Stay rooted through the sitting bones. Come onto your fingertips, and hopefully get a nice stretch in your QL muscles in the low back here. Every inhale is like a halfway lift. You're lifting and lengthening. Exhale, keep the shoulder blades on the back as you fold forward. Inhale into those tight spaces. Exhale, give yourself permission to let go, release. Follow your fingertips around through center. Align your navel over the left knee. Prop up onto fingertips, lift halfway. Inhale. And exhale, fold down. Stay grounded through your sitting bones. Draw your senses inward and stay connected to felt sensation. Come back up through center. Got it. And just a couple more stretches here. Some shoulder rolls. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Fingers in front, thumbs in back. And draw the elbows back. And then forward. Try to tap the elbows in front of you. Inhale back. Open up chest and lungs. Exhale. Try to bring the elbows to touch. Doesn't matter if they actually do or not. One more time. Inhale. Open up. Draw in prana. Vital life force energy. Exhale as you move down. Then reverse directions. Inhale, bring the elbows forward. Try to tap them behind your head this time. And exhale back. So it doesn't matter if they actually touch. You're just aiming for that big range of motion and noticing your limitations. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale back. And then let's bring the arms out to the side and just start to rotate your palms up and down here. So waking up the hands and arms. Yoga believes our hands are the remote controls to our brain. So just waking up the energy in our body here. Go as fast as you can. Up, down, up, down, up, down. With your smooth, steady breath. Then inhale up. And exhale, roll forward onto all fours. You can take a few more rounds of cat-cow here, but start to add in whatever other spontaneous movements feel good. So you could add your hips swaying side to side or moving in circles. You could over each shoulder to open the side body. Just trust however your body wants to move. Good, let's stretch out the calves a little bit. Send your right toes back behind. Draw your belly to your spine to protect the low back. And then bring that right knee back in. Send your left toes behind you. Press the heel back, balancing on the ball of the foot. Straighten the leg here. Notice that stretch through the calf. And then come forward to hands and knees. Wake up the core a little bit. This time send your right leg back behind you, lifting toes off the mat. And if you feel steady, you can bring the left arm forward. Draw navel to spine, push the mat away from you. Try to keep your shoulders and your hips level. Inhale, engage the muscles of your back body, lift higher. Exhale, curl in, round your back, knee to nose, or knee to elbow rather. Inhale, lengthen in opposite directions, and exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach long. And exhale, if you choose, you can sweep your lifted hand back behind you to capture your foot. So spreading the right fingers wide gives you a bigger base. And then kick your foot into your hand, take some deep breaths into your chest. Reach back long. Good. Sweep your right leg around to the side of your mat. Seal the outer edge of your foot down. Reach left arm up overhead. And exhale. Thread the needle. Send your left hand underneath the right. And your right arm forward. 3 breaths in. Every exhale, relax a little bit more. Bring your right hand back by your face, push into the mat. Inhale your left fingertips up high. And exhale, come back to hands and knees, tabletop position. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round for cat. Good. This time, send your left toes back behind you and reach your right fingertips forward. Draw your belly to spine, engage the core, try to lengthen in opposite directions, and keep your neck as an extension of the rest of your spine here. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back, lift higher, engage the glutes. And exhale, curl in, knee to elbow, dome the upper back. Inhale, reach long. And exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach long. And then sweep your hand back behind you to grab the foot. You can stay in that starting position, just the spinal balance if you don't want to reach your foot or maybe that's not accessible yet. Inhale, deeply expand chest and lungs. And exhale, sweep back long. Bring your left foot around to the side of your mat. Seal the outer edge of the foot down. Reach the right arm up high. And exhale, thread the needle, right hand underneath the left. Just a couple breaths here. One more inhale. Stay and savor your exhale. Push into the mat, reach up, right fingertip, and then come down to all fours. Good. Let's get moving a little bit. Walk your hands forward slightly, spread your fingers, curl the toes under, lift up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Again, just free form movements here. If you're newer to this practice, you can measure the distance between your hands and feet by shifting forward to high plank. Stack shoulders over the wrists. And then without changing anything, lift from your navel, reach the hips up and back for your downward facing dog. We're still just opening up this morning, so you can bend one knee as you straighten the other. Right. Sway your hips over to each side. Inhale, slither forward to plank. You can drop the knees down if you need. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Flip onto the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your chest as you draw shoulder blades down the back, cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. You can find that really fluid motion 2 more times. Inhale, slither up vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, lower down. Last time, bring a little more emphasis to your toes here. Feel and press down into the mat as you lift up. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Good. Come up onto your forearms for Sphinx pose here. Elbows underneath your shoulders, forearms parallel. And then just take your head and some figure eights here. See if you can soften tension in your lower jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Always release tension with an open mouth, exhale, or even an audible sigh. Lower back down, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Push up to all fours, and then curl your toes, look back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Big breath out. Bend your knees and walk up to the top of your mat. Come to a halfway lift as you inhale. Press your sitting bones back as you lengthen the crown of your head forward. Exhale, bend both knees. Grab opposite elbows and forward fold for ragdoll. And then you want to bring more weight forward into the balls of your feet so your hips can stack over your heels. And then if it feels good, add a nice sway side to side. You want your feet at least hip distance apart here so you have a sturdy base. You might shake your head, yes and no. Good, and then release your hands. Bring your hands behind your low back here. Interlace the fingertips together and lift your fist up overhead with palms together if you can. Let your head hang heavy. So opening the chest and shoulders. Every exhale softens belly to thighs and lets the weight of your fist fall down toward the floor. Release your hands. We'll take one final stretch in this forward fold. Plant right hand down, bend the right knee, reach up with left fingertips. Exhale, spin your chest open toward the sky. Imagine pressing into a wall here so you can rotate deeper as you exhale. Bring your left hand down, bend the left knee, straighten the right. Inhale, right arm up high. Exhale, open your chest toward the ceiling. Couple more breaths. Just do one more inhale. Exhale, down to the mat. Bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees, rise up to standing. Let's just take a moment into Tadasana. It's an important time to be able to ground ourselves. So first lift and spread your toes, and then set them back down. You want your feet parallel, all 10 toes pointing forward. And then a lot of structure in the feet and ankles to support you with a solid foundation. Lift up on your inner ankle bones to strengthen the arches of your feet. And then lift your kneecaps so your quadriceps can take on a lot of your weight here. Your hands by your side, palms facing forward, close your eyes. Feel your alignment from the inside out. Soften any clenching in the glutes. Find equal broadness throughout your collarbones and your upper back. And lift through the crown of your head. You might say to yourself, I am grounded, I am stable, I am safe. Reach your arms up overhead. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bring your palms forward to your heart, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Move with each deep breath. Plant your hands, step back, exhale. Lower the knees down, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, cobra pose, shoulder blades draw down the back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up to all fours. Curl your toes, lift back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Cleansing breath out. Bend your knees, step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold. Try not to round your back, instead hinge from the hips. So bend knees if you need to. Inhale, reach up to standing, salute the sun. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen the front of your spine on the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, step back. Lower your knees, lower down to your belly, riding that full exhale. Inhale, cobra pose, bhujangasana. Exhale, lower down. Push up to hands and knees. You can go faster or slower than me here. Move at the pace of your breath. One inhale. One exhale. Bend your knees. Travel while holding the breath out to the top of your mat. Inhale when you arrive. Halfway lift. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. Reach up. Plant through the grounded feet to rise tall toward the sun. Exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Final round. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, softly bend, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back, lower down to the mat. Inhale, broad collarbones as you lift, sternum moves forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, down dog. Full breath in. Easy breath out. We'll move to Sun B from the Ashtanga tradition. Bend your knees, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. Put your palms overhead. Exhale, forward. Hands to heart. This time, inhale, chair pose. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Plant your hands, step back. Lower the knees, lower down to your belly. Inhale, lift your chest. And smooth out those edges from one pose to the next. Life happens in those in-between moments. Can you stay present and aware? Push up to hands and knees. Push back to down dog. Inhale, right toes high. Exhale, step right foot between your hands, low lunge. Warrior one, spin the back heel down, reach your arms overhead, look between your palms. And with this fluid, graceful motion, reach back down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, lower down to your knees, lower down to the mat. Good. Inhale. So we're moving that stagnant energy throughout the body to be used as fuel. Inhale to all fours. Curl the toes, press back to down dog. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, step forward, low lunge. Spin the back heel down, reach your arms overhead, square your hips to the top of the mat. And exhale, fold back down. Step to your plank. Lower down to your mat. Hug the elbows in toward your body, draw your navel toward your spine. As you lower, inhale, peel into that back bend, open your heart. Exhale, down. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, down dog. One breath in. Every time we're here, feel what's new. Exhale, let go. Bend your knees under the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. So we're going to repeat that 2 more times. Inhale, rise up to chair. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Let your hands step back, lower down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, down dog. Body and mind working as one. Inhale, right toes high. Exhale, low lunge. It takes a couple steps to get there, no problem. Back heel down, arms lift, warrior one. Keep that lunge, front knee over the front ankle. Exhale, down. Lower all the way down. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, lower down. Hands and knees, inhale. Curl the toes, exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left toes. Whoops. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Back heel down, arms high. Exhale, plant the hands down. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. So maybe it's lowering all the way down. Maybe you just skip this part, make it yours. And we'll be back and down dog. One breath in. Slow down the exhale. Take the deepest breath you can. Bend your knees. Travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Press sitting bones back. Open the hamstrings. Exhale, fold forward, belly to thighs. Inhale, chair. Exhale, hands to heart. Moving meditation. Get completely absorbed in what you're doing. One more round. Inhale, chair. Take your full inhales and exhales. Fold. No hurry. You have permission to enjoy each moment. Lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Tabletop inhale. Down dog, exhale. Lift your right toes, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Warrior one, take your time, move with your breath. You can look up between your palms here and exhale back down. Inhale, plank. Lower knees, lower down to your belly. Feel that strength in your arms, hug elbows in. Inhale, lift. Don't throw the head back here. Exhale, lower down. Push up to hands and knees. Push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Back heel down, arms lift, move with the breath. Keep your lunge. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, back. Lower down to the mat. Good. Again, soften the edges. Let this be smooth, gentle, fluid quality of water. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, down dog. One breath in. One breath out. And then come down to your knees. Take a few moments in child's pose. Just notice what's shifted. Slow down your breath. Slow down your heart. Feel into the wisdom of your body. Soften your hips down toward your heels. Relax all the muscles in your back. Release holding in your shoulders, your neck. And feel how energy free flows through your body. Or if there are still places that feel uncomfortable or stuck, just breathe with calm, compassionate awareness in that place. Yoga helps us embrace all aspects of ourselves as divine. The parts we like, the parts we don't like. In pleasure, in discomfort, it's all part of our wholeness. So there's nothing we need to make go away or to change or to fix. It is okay for you to feel exactly as you do right now. From here, press yourself up to hands and knees. Then walk the hands forward, slightly curl your toes, and come to downward facing dog. Really feel your strength here. Push the front of the mat away. Lift your sitting bones high to lengthen the spine and reach down through the heels. Your heels reach the floor. Lift your toes here. And notice how you can get even more stretch. Step your feet together. Inhale your right toes high. Exhale, step forward, low lunge. Take as many steps as you need. Right. Inhale, lift both arms overhead, high crescent lunge. You can always drop the back knee down here if you need. Align your front knee over the front ankle. We want our front hip in line with our front knee. And navel drawing up and in, so our core is really engaged here. Lift through the fingertips. Spin your biceps toward the back of your mat for that external rotation in the upper arm bones. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Spin the back heel down, open your hips to the left. And we said we're going to soften those edges. If it feels good, you can kind of surf in and out of the pose until you land with front knee over the front ankle. But feel yourself lengthen as you breathe in. Extend out through the fingertips as you breathe out. Turn the front palm up, reach back, reverse warrior. And exhale, lengthen over that front knee. Lengthen, 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 hip to armpit before you rest forearm to thigh and reach the top arm overhead, extended side angle. Inhale here. If you want more stretch, reach that top arm all the way to the front of your mat. Feel the long line of energy from back foot to top fingertips. Keep the lunge. Inhale, reach back, reverse triangle, straighten the front leg. And exhale, bring arms parallel to the floor, tilt your pelvis so left hip stacks on top of right. Lengthen once again, this time triangle pose. Stay grounded through both the inside and outside edge of the front foot. Lift up on both kneecaps here, engage the quadriceps. Good, send your hips to the back of your mat and lengthen the crown of your head toward the front of the room. One more breath in. One more exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bend both knees, heels in, toes out, goddess pose. Then inhale, straighten your legs, reach the arms up. Exhale, pull the elbows in toward your midline, lower your hips down, keep knees in line with toes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, 5-pointed star, lengthen all limbs. Exhale, pivot down to your low lunge, answering the front foot. Inhale to plank. Lower your knees down, lower all the way to your belly. Take your time. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, all fours. Curl the toes, reach back, down dog. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Square your hips, align that front knee over the front ankle, reach arms overhead. And then deepen your stance into that lunge. Keep the back heel spiked upward and energize the back leg. So much to concentrate on here, keeping us fully present. Take one more inhale, telescope lowards away from the hips. Exhale, spin your back heel down. Open the hips to the right, warrior two. Good, embody warrior-like strength here. Plant feet down into the earth. Engage your core, look fiercely over the front fingertips. Turn the front palm up, reach back, reverse warrior. Exhale, lengthen, 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 hip to armpit. And rest the forearm down, bring top arm overhead. Keep the lunge, keep a lot of pressure in that back foot. Inhale. And if you choose, you can bring that top arm all the way overhead. One more breath in. Square your chest to the side of your mat, exhale. Straighten the front leg, reach to the back of your mat, reverse triangle. Exhale, full triangle pose. Lengthen, stack right hip on top of left. When you can't stretch any further, that's when the hand comes down to your shin, your ankle, a block of the mat. And then reach the fingertips up overhead on the right hand. Don't collapse into gravity, but stay active. Inhale, lengthening the torso. Exhale, spiral chest to sky. Look up toward the top hand. If there's pain in your neck, then look down at that bottom foot. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten the legs. Turn your toes parallel to the long edge of your mat. Good. Preparing for wide leg forward fold. Inhale, press into the feet, lift your chest. Exhale, use your hands to tilt your pelvis. Lengthen the front of your spine on the way down. So I'm not rounding or collapsing, but I'm almost in a back bend. Folding forward slowly, slowly, slowly. When I can't bend any further from the hips, that's when I'll bring the hands down to the mat. And then move with the breath. Every inhale, get longer. Every exhale, soften. Bring your hips forward until they align over your heels. Might feel like you're going to fall over, but you won't. Lift the kneecaps again. When we actively engage the quadriceps, we help facilitate the opening of the hamstrings in the back of the legs. And then let your head hang heavy. A lot of us have a tendency to hold tension in the neck and we look up. So just release the weight of your head down. One more breath in. Big breath out. Lift up halfway. And then pivot around to your low lunge. Step back to plank. Inhale. Lower down all the way to the belly. Inhale. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Exhale. Lower down. Push up to hands and knees. Curl your toes. Push back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Let it all go. Feel each breath purifying the energy in your body, eliminating darkness, heaviness. Om Tat Sat in Sanskrit means you are already that. You are everything you are looking for from the outside. Go inside and give yourself what you need with each and every breath. Bend your knees, walk up to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, the deepest one. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes, feel your body. Feel your feet connect to the earth. Feel the entire body all at once. Become sensitive, become perceptive. Become that vast, empty space in which all your thoughts, emotions, sounds, sensations appear. We'll take just one short balancing series here, and then we'll cool it down on our mat. So from here, let's just take tree pose. It's good to practice balance. So come on to your right toes. Find equal weight in the inner and outer edges of your feet. And then find somewhere to rest the sole of your left foot. Good. Ground down through the big toe of the standing foot. Make sure you don't rest this lifted foot on the knee joint of the standing leg, so it can be higher or lower. Good. Align the standing hip over your ankle. Draw shoulder blades onto and down the back. And just take 3 steady breaths. You can bring your arms out to the side, up overhead, wherever you like. Even when things feel wobbly and chaotic, can you ground and find your own center by always returning to your breath? Now let's come from here into eagle pose. Wrap the left leg over the right, left arm under the right. And you can get a little more stretch out of the upper back. You lift the elbows and pull your palms away from your face. Notice the tendency to turn to the right and instead square the hips, face the day head on. Easy breath in. Slow breath out. Unwind, unwrap, reach the arms overhead, salute the sun. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Good, come onto your left foot now. Find somewhere to rest the right foot. Your drishti helps you to focus, so that's your gaze. Look at one point that's not moving. Widen the bent knee out to the side. Press down through the standing foot as you lift through the crown of your head. And again, maybe you grow branches or choose some other variation with the arms here. Grounding down into the nourishment of the earth with your roots, but rising up toward the sun. Feel yourself as that bridge between earth and sky. One more breath. Feel your radiance. And exhale, bend into the left knee, cross right leg over left, right arm under left for eagle pose. You can have those top toes resting on the floor for a little more stability. Just do your best. And breathe deeply. Wind the arms, reach the arms up overhead, stand tall, draw navel to spine. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Come on down to the mat. Hope you all are feeling good. Let's just take a few slower stretches here to open up the hips. So for the first one, let's take cow facing pose. If you have a block, a cushion or a pillow, that would be helpful. And you're just going to come forward to hands and knees. Bring the left knee forward between your hands and wiggle the heel away from your midline. Bring the left knee to snuggle up, right knee stacks underneath the left. Again, move your heel away from midline and come to sit on your hips. Now, if this is too intense, where you don't have a block handy, you can straighten the bottom leg and just take half of the pose here. Hopefully you get a nice stretch in the outer hip. Let's just stay 3 breaths here. Feel yourself ground down through both sitting bones. Or at least find the intention for evenness. It's fine if one side's a little lifted. Start to really slow everything down toward the relaxation portion of our practice. Slowly uncross the legs and give them a little shake out here. And this time, left leg is going to be on bottom. So you can either leave it straight or bring the knee to the center of your mat and the heel wide outside the hip, and then cross the left leg on top. If it helps, you can roll forward to hands and knees, stack the knees, and then come back down. And again, you can do the same thing with the bottom leg straight and just get the stretch in the top leg to minimize intensity here. Close your eyes. Notice if there's places you're gripping and see if you can relax and open. Slowly unwind. If you had a block, take it out from underneath you. Take the legs wide. Just as wide as comfortable. You want a mild stretch in the inner thighs, but no pulling behind the knees here. Sit up tall as you breathe in. And exhale, fold forward. Maybe sitting up is enough of a stretch for you, so you can just stay here. It's fine if your knees are slightly bent, but keep the knees pointing upward. Breathe into the hips, the groin, the inner thighs. Bring all your focus to your breath. Slowly walk your hands back towards you. Come up to a seat. Bring the feet together, the knees wide, Baddha Konasana, and just find a gentle bounce in the knees here. Find that softness, and then you can straighten your legs out and roll on down to your back. Hug your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins, give yourself a tight squeeze. Bring your hands by your side, your feet to the floor. Tuck your shoulders underneath you. So if you have any neck injuries, please skip this next pose. You can take happy baby, any other stretch here. But we do want all the weight on our shoulders, not on our neck. So tuck the shoulders underneath you. Draw knees in toward chest. Lift your hips. If you have the space, send your toes back behind you. And you can bring your hands to your back for extra support here. Gaze straight up. Don't look side to side. And if there's any pressure in your neck, then just slowly come down. And the reason we practice this pose is to send a lot of blood flow to our brain. We're working with the thyroid and the parathyroid gland here, so alternating compression and expansion, which has proven to have an effect on our glandular secretion, so balancing our endocrine system. Slowly, slowly, slowly lower down. Bring the knees wide. Grab the soles of your feet. You can straighten one leg at a time, or maybe both here. Or find just a playful rock side to side. Whatever feels good. And then pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself one final hug. Reach your nose up to your knees. And then lengthen out. Take up the full space of your mat as we rest in our final pose, Shavasana. So take all the time you need to get really comfortable. Turn your palms face up to help open the shoulders. You can place a rolled blanket or pillow underneath your knees if your low back needs support. And just take a few moments of relaxation here before you get moving with the rest of your day. What would it feel like in your body if you could soften into trust? According to yoga philosophy, one consciousness springs forth into all forms and their various manifestations. Can you feel yourself connected to all other things? With each breath, connect to that place in you that is beyond time, beyond limitation. That is always whole, always perfect. So your entire body relax. Let each breath be soothing, calming, and healing. If you have the extra time this morning, I encourage you to stay and enjoy this relaxation. Enjoy the gift of this embodied experience. When you're ready, you can gradually start to deepen your breath and wake up your fingers and toes. Big full body stretch, arms up overhead. And then slowly roll over onto your side with your knees bent and your head resting on your arm. Slowly push yourself back up to a seat. Close your eyes and perhaps you set a resolve, an intention, a sankalpa for the rest of your day. You remember to take a pause and just take a deep breath and find that space between your thoughts. Bring your hands together at your heart. Thank yourself for your practice, for your discipline, your self-care this morning. That place in me where the entire universe dwells, honors and bows down to that same place in you. When you are in that place and I am in that place, we are one. Namaste. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. I'm really grateful to be able to continue to teach. And so if there's anything that I can do to be of service, please reach out. Feel free to leave any requests or feedback in the comments. And if you found this helpful, please share this video with your friends and family. I hope to see you soon. I love you all so much. Keep the faith. Namaste.